Welcome to Unicush, where we explore challenges and we define the narrative that shapes us. Here, you will learn, unlearn, and we learn with an open mind and a relentless desire for growth. So, no many people are new to this channel. Please kindly subscribe if you're ready to learn and join the Black community globally, where we'll be redefining our future. We'll talk to you a lot of things. So, if you're ready, please subscribe to this channel and also press the notification button below this video. Now, why we need to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Learning is not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about questioning it. Unlearning is about letting go of what no longer serves us. Relearning is about embracing the truth, and that drives progress. Our mission is clear: to provide a space where the Black community can grow together, build resilience, and redefine our narratives. The breakdown of our content here on this channel is the series on African history, discussion on modern spirituality, and debate on political strategies for empowerment. And guess what? We are also bringing in inventions together and see how we can raise capital for them, for them to be able to grow in a conducive environment in Africa, right here. Unicush is more than a channel, it's a community, a school, and a movement for all. Your participation matters to us. So in this place, you can ask question: what do you really want to unlearn, and what do you really want to relearn? And we also encourage you to share your story with us on this platform every day. Knowing fully well that the journey starts here, the future of our race depends on our willingness to seek the truth, embrace change, and work together. Kindly please subscribe to Unico's channel. Matter of fact, share this video with your friends and family, then join the discussion in the comment section. Now, let's have some discussion. From stolen lands to stolen legacy, the scars of colonialism still bleeds. For centuries, we have been robbed not just of our lands, but of our identity, which is the most important thing to us, our culture, our history, our ancestors built civilization. I hope you know all those things. Created wealth and shaped the world in a way that the history books refuse to acknowledge. But colonialism came in like a storm, stripping off of our resources, rewriting our narratives, and leaving us to pick up the broken pieces. Even after the chain of slavery were broken, new forms of oppression took place in every part of matter of fact, in every part of black places, black countries all over the world. Systems were designed to keep us behind. Economical barrier, political corruptions, even educational limitations, everything surround us. They caged us. We were taught to doubt ourselves, to see our own culture as inferior, to worship foreign ideals while abandoning the richness of our own heritage. Have you heard of the silent chain? Yeah, I mean the silent chain. Our oppressors hold us back. The economical struggle, the generational wealth that was stolen from us, while others inherited lands, businesses, and opportunities. Guess what? We were left behind to start from nothing again and again. Today, blacks owned businesses still struggle to compete in an economic design to exclude us. Not to talk of religious miseducation. We were given a version of faith that taught submission, not empowerment. Many of us were conditioned to wait on salvation rather than to take action, to believe suffering was our destiny rather than our challenge, God forbid, to overcome. These are things that we actually need to overcome. But they make us believe that we are destined to become like that. How about our political manipulations? From Africa to diaspora, our leaders have been used as puppets, controlled by foreign interests. Divisions were created among us: tribalism, colorism, and classism, all to keep us from uniting in strength. We were even told that our languages, traditions, and spiritual beliefs were primitives. That's cultural erosion. They renamed our land, rewrote our histories, and they fed us stories until many of us begins to believe them. Now, the attack on black masculinity and the breakdown of families unit have left generations of children growing up without guidance. Funny how it is, without protection, without identity, a home without a strong foundations crumbles, and our community are the ones suffering from it. Both Nigerians in diaspora, both African in diaspora, and back home right here. We are all suffering from this. A whole lot of children are suffering from what we call self-destructive habits that is destroying their mind, that they could not have control over their lives anymore. They have been programmed. Why? Because they are is either they are fatherless, or it's just a feminine energy that actually grew or raise the child up. A lot of fathers today right now they are living their own for something that are not really necessary, that doesn't really make sense. They forget the fact that they have children that they need to train as a warrior. Now, how do we reclaim what is ours? We must wake up. We must unlearn the lies that were forced upon us, and we learn what we truly are. Our history did not begin with slavery. No, that is not true. That is a fatal lie. Our story is one of a king, a queens, a warriors, and also an innovators. It's time to start investing in black businesses, create opportunities, and stop depending on a system that was never built for us. This is economical power for the black community all over the world. It's time to start patronizing something that is from within us and putting the money in us, in our pockets. And politically, we must take back our power, support leaders who truly serves our people, not those who sell us out. Be informed, be involved, and demand accountability from all our leaders. Culturally, we must embrace our roots, speak our language, tell our stories by ourselves, our stories, honor our tradition, our identity, in our power. Spiritually, we must find the truth, seek wisdom that empowers rather than to enslave us. No, we are no longer there. Faith should strengthen us, not not to make us passive anymore. In our homes, we must rebuild strong fathers, strong mothers, strong families. That is how we can rise again. Raise children who are there for their worth, who understand their legacy, who will not bow to oppressors. The future is in our hands. The scars of colonialism runs deep though, but they do not define us. We are more than our struggles. We are more than that. We are builders. We are creators. We are inventors. We are warriors. We can build our home. We can build Africa. We can do this again. It is not a rocket science. It's time to reclaim what is ours. It is time to rise up. Now let's talk about one of the most controversial topic, which is religion. A double-edged sword in the black community. Yes, I know this is something that doesn't really sit well with a whole lot of people, but we're here to just clear some things. Faith, our strength or our chain. What does it sound to you? For centuries, religion has been a heartbeat of the black community, which we all know. It gives our ancestors hope in the times of suffering, it fuels evolution, and it kept families together back in the days when the world tried to tear them apart. It was the foundation for our music, our traditions, and our resilience. But somewhere along the line, this same faith was weaponized against us. The same tools that once gave us strength became a source of division for us, control, and mental enslavement. Instead of using religion as to empower us, we were taught to submit, to accept oppressions as destiny rather than something to fight against. Here is how religions divide us in Africa and black people. Spiritual colonization. Before the arrival of foreign religion, we had our own spiritual system, rich, deep, and very powerful. Our ancestors connected with the divine through nature, communities, and traditions. Yes, but we were told our beliefs were evil and pagan. They are juju, they are diabolical. Our sacred knowledge was erased. Our gods were demonized. But we were forced to embrace faith, that made us look outside of our own self. And the doctrine of submission. We were taught to obey, not to question. Hmm. We suffer, not resist. To pray for justice instead of fighting for it. Slaves were given a version of faith that kept them in chains. That is what they did to our forefathers. Not just physically, but mentally. Hey, but mentally, and those chains still holds us down today. A lot of us, we're still holding down in that chain of slavery. It's still in us, it's still fighting us today. This is the works of what religion in our system. The dominations of war. Instead of faith uniting us, it has divided us. It has divided us. We haggle over church, which church is right, which mosques to go to, which doctrine is pure, who is saved, and who is lost. Instead of us to find a way to unite, while we fight amongst ourselves, real power slips through us just like that because we are fighting religions. This is what has happened to us. Religious hypocrisy. So many so-called spiritual leaders have exploited the faith of the people to their personal gain, for their personal gain rather. They build empires while their communities remain in poverty. I mean, abject poverty. Mark my word. They preach prosperity and offer no real solution. They condemn and judge instead of to uplift and find a way to empower us, silencing all our critical thoughts. It has been silent. We don't even have a way anymore. We are living in fear. We were taught that questioning religion is dangerous, that seeking the truth beyond the page of a book is rebellious. Oh my goodness. But what is faith? But but what is faith really actually? Was it never meant to be? Do we really need to have faith on things that we don't even know? What are we meant to seek? What questions are we meant to evolve? Please kindly subscribe to this channel, Unicush, on any of our social media platforms. We'll be, opening up so many things that has to do with us personally, most especially Black people. And also, we are going to be bringing out inventions out of this platform that are going to shake the world. Inventions that people have not seen before. There's inventions that a lot of people have not been, maybe they have been lacking resources for their inventions to emerge. We are going to come out to this platform to help them out, to raise funds for them, and to raise the system for them whereby they don't even need to operate the system, they only need to work on their inventions, bring it out. They will create a system for them that will help them, spread their inventions and to get to the market and have value for what they produce, which is going to be beneficial for us and for them as well. Please ensure you subscribe to us. Kindly drop anything that has in the comment section, whatever it is, wherever I think we think we need to work on. Please do well and drop it on the comment section. Now, back to how do we redefine the faith for empowerment? Faith must inspire action, and that is good. Prayer without action is empty. Empty. True faith moves mountain. But sometimes it hands you a shovel to tell you what to start digging. Yeah, it's time to stop waiting for miracles. We've waited long enough and start building for the future. We are not waiting on anybody. We are not waiting on any God to come and do something for us. God has done everything for us. Spiritually, our dogma, spiritually over the dogma, instead of blindly following rules, get out of the cage, get out of the box, break rules, break your way out of that thing. We must seek wisdom, the faith. I mean, you must seek wisdom with faith, and your faith should be liberated, not enslaved. It should be open-minded. Don't close your mind. Open your mind to wisdom. Read as much as possible books. Don't limit yourself from any books. If that book is going to give you knowledge, go and read it. Study. No, there is nothing to be afraid of when it comes to this life. God gave you this life to come and learn and grow your spiritual life. You get what I'm saying? Unity over division. Yeah, let's begin to unite ourselves. Okay, it's very important. Religion should bring us together, not separate us. be it Christian, be it Muslim, whatever traditionalist, for free thinker, we must stand as one people with one mission for empowerment. Restoring our spiritual heritage. Know this, before colonization, we understood the power of the mind, the spirit, and the ancestors. We must reconnect back to that wisdom. Not to reject our modern faith, no, but to reclaim what was stolen. Imagine the power force of having this understanding of the modern age and the and the ancient wisdom. Putting those together will help us have a rapid growth in our life. And for our leaders, our spiritual leaders must be held accountable. They must not just preach, but build. They must not just condemn, but guide. They must be held accountable for every actions that they take. They must learn how to build capacity, build woman capacity, build woman strength, not for their selfish interest, which they been doing all this while. The question now is, will we keep using it as a crutch, or will we wield it as a weapon of liberation? It's time to redefine faith, not as something that divides us, but something that empowers us to rise above all obstacles, above all limitations, above all challenges, above whatever it is that we've been struggling with. The time is now for us to rise. Every black community, I urge you to subscribe to this channel. I urge you to come over. Whatever it is you have one ideas, you have one inspiration, you can bring it out on this channel. And if you have anything that's not sitting well with you, drop it in the comment section. Let's see how we can tackle it. Let's liberate our mind. Let's upgrade our mind. Let's open up our mind. Then please be open to knowledge. Be open for wisdom. Don't just cage yourself. Don't just limit yourself. Whatever it is you've been struggling with, you can come out of it alive. Let's see how inventions will come out of Africa. Let's rebuild this country. Let's rebuild this nation. Enough is enough. It's a paradox for the richest black person to be sitting about $24 billion in the world, and the richest person in the world is sitting over 240 billion in this world. What is happening to us? We own all the resources, we own all the gold, we own all the mineral resources. Everything is in us. But yet, how could we be lacking and be dragging behind when it comes to world leaders, world powers? Enough is enough. Let's unite, let's regroup, let's reconnect, and let's build Africa for the next generations to be proud of. It's not a rocket science. It's not a rocket science. We can catch up with everybody that has gone far ahead of us. Only if we can unite. Only if we can unite. Nothing can stop an idea which time has come. It is time for Africa to rise. It is time for us to rise. Father, it is time for us to rise. Mothers, it is also time for us to rise. Children, it is time to raise your head up and stand above your peers wherever you are in the world. Don't be limited. Don't feel so many limitations. You have what it takes to conquer the world. You have what it takes to enjoy this world, and you have what it takes to build that invention, that idea, that thing that is inside of you. God put it inside of you because He knows that you have the capacity to do it. So don't die with it. Bring that idea, bring that invention. Come on stage. Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can grow together, how we can raise our heads together and get out of these shackles of death and get out of these shackles of limitation and build a generations that will be worth it for every one of us. Get out of that matrix of life. Get out of that matrix of life. Get out of that cage. And it's going to be a fun, pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. I would you please subscribe to this channel and smash the like button. Thank you.